guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the second challenge. And I've got two special guests with me here today for the next challenge. But before we get started, I just want to introduce you to growth thinking, which is what the growth challenge is based on. It's a 10-day challenge and you get 3 growth hacks in those 10 days with the objective to 10x your growth. So allow me the pleasure of introducing Hania and Maya, who are from the Kai Boutique, which is a unique niche that they're going after. I'm not going to steal their wind on this one. I'm going to let them tell you exactly what they're up to. And they have a very interesting movement that they're trying to make happen. And I believe they're going to really pull it off by using growth thinking. I'm going to let them take the floor and introduce themselves and tell a little bit more about the Kai Boutique. Go ahead.
You want to go? Should I go? So I'm Anya. And so the Kai Boutique is all about accepting a woman's body just the way it is, in her, body shape, body size, everything. We came up with this idea because we wanted to break through this social media stigma of what a woman should look like to feel good about herself. And we wanted to break through that by introducing a line of swimwear that accepts a woman for the way she is and encourages self-love through our different designs that cater to different body sizes and different body shapes.
Yeah, I mean, like we've been through it all personally. We've been comparing our bodies to the Instagram models, and we know the effect that it does to women, as well as like buying swimsuits or like any kind of really any kind of clothes. You just see it and you're like, oh my God, it looks so good on that model. But then when you wear it, it's like, why do I feel so bad? Especially swimwear. So as well as modesty in the swimwear, like whenever we pick a piece, it's always like, too out there, and we don't like that. Like we as girls, we understand the girls that want like the look of the swimwear. They want to feel good about it and everything, but as well as the modesty of it. So we're focusing on that. And what Maya said,
this is actually how we came up with the idea, because we were just sitting there, talking about going on a staycation. So we're like, let's shop for some swimwear for that staycation. And we're going online and we're just checking the designs, and we're like, okay, so I mean, they look great on the model, but that's because she's like, completely photoshopped, and everything's like airbrushed, and you just start to like doubt yourself, like, I'm probably not going to look that good in that piece, or even like the designs that are very like tiny. And we just, you want to be comfortable on the beach. You don't want to be sitting there trying not to move too much so that, things don't move around. But like, so we decided,
not only that, like even us, like not even like the staycation, when we just talk on Instagram, we're always like sending each other, this model or that model. We're like, why don't we look like that? Why don't I look like that? We don't have to look like that. I mean, we look good as we are. It's just that, the Instagram and the social media mentality really changed.
It's just brainwashes. It always brainwashes,
So that's the movement, basically. We want young girls, especially because they're growing up in that environment. We want her to be confident and be like, you know what, I don't look like that, but I look good as well. So that's
I think your timing is quite amazing given the pandemic, or where we are in the pandemic. So for the last year, people have been really looking inside to ask really deep questions like, what's my purpose in life, or what am I all about, or what am I to do next? And I think like a lot of these sort of inner focused reflections that people have, I know that it's not about swimsuits, but I think that the fact that you're tapping into this kind of movement is very powerful at this time. And there's a very interesting TED talk by a gentleman named Bill Gross. He's the founder of Idea Labs, and he basically manufactures companies. And he keeps building all these startup companies, and he comes up with these 5 factors in this talk where he talks about what are the reasons why a company would succeed. So he has these 5 factors. One is like the idea, the team, the execution, the place where you are, and then finally the timing, if I remember them correctly. So the least expected factor that everyone thought would be the one that wouldn't work is actually timing. And that's the one thing where really smart entrepreneurs are able to really tap into opportunities. They see something and they're able to execute within a certain time where there's a certain relevance and context to what they do. And I think that you're in that sweet spot where I think the message, if, you know, it's kind of like cheese or wine, right? If it's too early or too late, it doesn't taste right. And I think you're at that sweet spot where it's going to taste just right, where this kind of message is going to really radiate with people.
Good to hear that from you, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, I mean, you know, not to go too far out, but I think men kind of feel the same way. And I don't mean about swimsuits, but you see these models and it looks great on whoever you're looking at, and then you're like, kind of like, well, I got a bit of a belly, you know, and all, and so forth, and like, don't look the same on me. So a bit of background to it. I think it was H&M got in trouble 5 or 4 years ago because they weren't actually using models. They're actually using 3D rigged models. So it's that they're actually digital people. They're not real. They look real, but they found a way to scientifically perfect the body. So the models look perfect with the kind of clothes that they have on, which is a completely unfair advantage, just for some background information. So good to know.
Going against,
yeah, it's tough. So I think your timing is pretty awesome. So now that we're gonna, you know, dig into this challenge, I mean, is there anything else that you wanted to share? Because your story is really powerful. I didn't want to interject with some background information, but is there anything else that you wanted to share about Kai Boutique? Because by the way, what's your handle on Instagram? That's your primary channel, correct?
Yeah, it's at the Kai Boutique.
Kai Boutique. Okay.
AI.
KAI. So I'm going to include that information so those who are interested can follow you guys, because the story as it progresses, and I can see some of the things that you guys have been doing over the last little while, like really pumping up and progressing your content to really penetrate. And you had this one post, it feels weird as a guy saying this, but you've got, like, you know, the different body profiles and you got the different swimsuits aligned with it. And I was like, wow, okay, this infographic is dead on. I think that people can really relate with this. And it's a great way of kind of shaping the market to understand, like, what you're actually trying to do. So I thought that was actually really cool. And you guys should continue that. So is there anything else that you want to talk about when it comes to Kai Boutique before we move on to kick in the challenge?
I think we also have a unique selling point, which is we offer the sizes from X small up to 4XL.
Okay.
Pieces that are even more than
8XL.
Yeah. So
8X,
this is
okay.
I think are doing. So it's usually you get the X small, medium, and large. Sometimes X large.
X large, yeah.
But we want to cater to that niche as well, you know, because, like, everyone deserves to, you know, wear a swimsuit and go on the beach.
Yeah,
happy.
But there's no 10X, right? There's no no. I'm just joking. That's what we're gonna do in the next 10 days. But I don't think it's the sizes you carry, right?
Yeah, no, we carry up to 8XL. But then again, like Maya said, we're here not to sell swimsuits, just to sell swimsuits. We're here to sell a feeling.
Yeah.
We just want whoever wears our swimsuits they're comfortable, and they are really joining the movement of just changing that mindset. So that's what we're focusing on right now.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you guys ready to get started?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
let's go.
So the 10 days kick off from now, okay? In those 10 days, you get 3 growth hacks, okay? And those 3 growth hacks are, and I just want to set some context, as we pre-agreed, usually we don't take on startups that are just at the launch, but because this is really unique, we've made an exception, and they're going to be growth hacking their launch itself, and then using growth hacks after this competition to further accelerate and scale your business, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So why don't you tell us what you thought of, what you're planning to do in the next 10 days for your first growth hack, second growth hack, and third growth hack, just to keep in mind for anyone tuning in. When we do this challenge, it is not set in stone. There's all kinds of flexibility because there's things that can be discovered along the way, like we had in the previous challenge, where there was a complete pivot where we changed direction completely and we were able to get a 10x in 10 days. So go ahead, tell me what your growth hacks are.
You go first.
Okay, sure. Well, we discussed it, and we want to start our launch with given now that it's a pandemic, like we wanted to do a proper launch by inviting maybe micro influencers to a hotel or to a restaurant. But since times are tricky now because of COVID, we decided that for our launch, we could do a competition where we'd have, it's a social media competition. We'd have, like, it's a way to cause engagement, increase traffic, and at the same time try to build a community for ourselves. Okay. So it's be having like maybe a 1 week competition with a different giveaway every day. So maybe around 7 winners per for the week. And it's be like, you know, tag your friends, follow our page, like our post, and every day would pick one winner, just to like, you know, motivate people, increase traffic to our page. What do you think?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. That's your first growth hack, right? Is basically using that first week in a way to engage your audience, to just let them know that you're there, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We need to like make ourselves known in the market.
Set a base, basically.
Exactly.
Like just let girls know that we're here.
Yeah. Exactly. So gaining awareness, and the growth hack that you're looking to do is like, how do you use those 7 days to create a contest or competition of some kind to just get people engaged and gamify the experience, I guess. That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Okay.
Kind of like thing, but
it works.
But it works, and that's what we want right now. Like, we just want to set the community so that when we sell, we know that we're selling for the right people and for the people that actually care about the movement.
Absolutely. So yeah, you got to find. So it's about creating also discoverability. So being able to be discoverable by the audience that most, I think, that aligns best with your movement and your products. We had that in the last challenge as well. It was in the first growth hack, we had a discoverability problem, and we were trying to figure out how to hack that. So that's wonderful, because if people don't know you exist, anything you do after that wouldn't really matter, would it? So it's good that you've got that as your first growth hack.
The twist is about the draw. We're trying to find like partners that are women-based businesses. So we're trying to encourage women as well, you know, help the community as
specifically
well.
Small businesses who are like us. So, you know, to support other small.
So, okay, so since we're on the topic, for anybody who's watching this, and just imagine, like, I mean, what would be kind of the 3 kind of things that you're looking for, where someone say, hey, that's me, I want to reach out to you? What would it be, in the sense of like a criteria would be the most ideal partner? What would you give them, and what would they benefit from working with you in general? I mean, I know it wouldn't be very specific right now, but just for those who are watching.
Skincare products,
massages,
beauty products,
mostly stuff that also make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, like unsavory stuff as well, like glasses.
Yeah,
or,
accessories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea about making feel good about yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a really cool title to put in. Anything that makes you feel good about yourself, and then of course targets women. I think those would be your 2 top criteria. Any last thing that you'd be really keen about for anyone who's watching?
Keen about, like, you mean like partners?
Yeah, exactly. Like just somebody who's watching this say, I want to partner with these guys. What is there anything else, or is that just the 2 main things? Make you feel good about yourself and target women?
Target women, women-based businesses as well. Anyone that really shares the movement, like anyone that shares that kind of mindset of making other women feel good, supporting each other, being a community, holding each other's hands, you know, that kind of you know, mentality and vibe is what we're looking for, really. Like, and of course, like whoever is you know, who wants to join are welcome. Like,
definitely.
Yeah.
So anybody with like something that's unique you haven't thought of, you're open to communicating with them. Okay, so that's good to know. That's really important. So that's your first hack. What are you looking to do for your second growth hack? So once you've done that first one, what are you looking to do next?
Be on the floor.
Yeah, I think it's very essential for us to build a community, and I think it's actually not a bad idea, not a bad thing that we are planning on doing like a proper launch maybe later on down the line, when it's, you know, the rules are less strict than now because of COVID, because it's very important to have a community, you know, before you do like something really big. At least I think so.
Yeah.
So especially like social media is very dominant, and you just need to have that foundation of followers, loyal customers.
But because we can't do that, like when we go live, and because we're being virtual, like launching virtually, on down the line, we are, you know, considering pop-ups as well, like because we cannot hold our own event because of COVID. So maybe pop-ups are more like controlled, and there's like rules and regulations, so we don't have to go through the trouble, basically. So pop-ups, I think, puts us on the floor, makes us communicate face to face.
That's our third hack.
Your third hack, yeah. That's all.
First is okay. The second is
community building.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
No. I love the energy there. No, keep going. Yeah.
Is that I feel like they're all like interconnected because
exactly.
I mean you're still building through these competitions because you're inviting you're telling your followers to invite their friends to the page by like tagging them and asking them to follow the page. So it's they kind of all go like
I think the main theme like of even like our 3 hacks are all communication and like community building. So regardless how together, it's always connected, as Maya said. So
it's all
like it's
it's like Lego. I mean, basically your strategy is that you're not going to do you're not going to do 3 different growth hacks. They're all related to the launch, and each one of them connects to the other one basically. So one is discoverability, then building a community, and then distribution, which is getting out there through unique experiences or pop-up shops where people can actually engage with your brand and you can start selling product basically.
Yeah, it's always different.
Yeah,
like face to face done the online thing, and then it's nice to like interact with people face to face, tell our story face to face. It's makes it more personal.
Agreed. And people are like, again, your timing is fantastic because people are yearning to connect, and I think like as long as it's within protocol and it's safe and you've got, and I'm sure you'll do that, I think people will be very interested to engage. I've noticed with some of the events that I've been involved in, people are more excited than they've ever been to get out and into an actual physical event than they've ever been before. So like pre-COVID, people would be kind of like, oh, not another event. Now it's kind of like, I can't wait to get out and just connect with people. So I think like, again, your timing on that front is quite amazing. So you got to use it wisely, right? When it comes to timing, we know it's like a window of time. We don't know how long it will last, but we got to utilize it as fast and as well as possible. Because I think, again, like your timing is dead on with what you're doing.
It's like you said, like it's all interconnected, because as well, like if we're gonna consider micro influencers, it's gonna be as well like models who are not models, like basically influencers who look like us. We're looking for plus size. If there's anyone out there who is interested, plus size.
There you go. Put it out there. Yes, put it out there. Exactly. No, really do, because that's really important. We'll reiterate that in some of the other episodes as we finish out, because I think like micro influencers, as you rightly pointed out, are probably your best bet because they've got more potent audiences. So I think you need to potentially, actually moving on beyond the first 3 strategies, I think you're going to have to think of a way to really engage micro influencers in a really unique way. But that's just like a thought I'm throwing out there that we can consider later on. But I like the fact that you're already thinking about that now, because that's going to be crucial to your success, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just so hard to find influencers with plus sizes, like especially in Dubai and like the UAE. Just so tough.
Or it's just like, the ones with like authentic content, you know. It's not just about getting paid for a product and talking about it. No, we just want like authentic
we're not undermining the influencers who are like like into beauty, and everyone, whatever, if it makes you feel comfortable, you should do it. I'm not asking you to like be someone else. Be yourself. If that makes you feel good, you do that. If you being raw and like unique and just being yourself, no makeup basically, that's fine too. But we are looking for that kind of that direction, like don't overdo it with makeup. We don't, even like with our photo shoots, we don't want the models to be done. We're not gonna be airbrushing anything, no makeup, just like minimal so that's
just a natural look.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys should create something called the no makeup day, where you challenge like big influencers. There's one day where all influencers don't put any makeup on. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
You challenge them to it. Yeah,
especially with filters on Instagram. I mean, I'm gonna like filters all the time. But it's we use them, but we look at the pictures and we're like,
I look good, but then
this is like so fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would be like a movement where everyone's just being themselves.
And to be honest, like when we go to the beach or like go to the pool, we don't have the full set lashes and like we don't look like that. We're like in a bun and like
we're literally there just
running after our kids.
Just have a good time.
Yeah. We're like moms
keeping it real. Yeah, and I think the mom's element is important as well. I think you should draw on that as well. But yeah, I mean, what I like is that you guys are keeping it raw and real. And as I said, again, that message and this timing right now is super important. I bet you that even some of the most glamorous models and influencers would also have affinity to your message in some other ways. Don't underestimate it. I think they may hear your message out very well. How they may engage with you may be different, but I think that they'll get exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
inshallah, I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So you've got 10 days. We'll see you in 3 days. We're going to talk about the first growth hack. Okay. For those who are tuning in, they'll be using the growth thinking methodology, and they'll be developing their growth hack in here with the 3 growth hacks over the next 10 days. You'll see them in the next episode. We'll be looking at their first growth hack. Guys, good luck, and we'll see you at the first growth hack.
Thank you, Nader.
Perfect. See you.
See you.
See you.